What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a YouTube video that I have wanted to do for a very long time, pretty much since the first semester of starting uni. And today I had a message from a follower when I checked my Instagram that was asking me about university and happiness and things. So I'm just going to read you out part of the message. I don't want to give away too much about who it is or anything like that, and then I'm just going to give my thoughts on it, kind of explain my background and what I studied at uni and things. So I hope this helps at least one of you decide on whether you're making the right choice in your life or not. As I said, it is just my opinion, so at the end of the day it's up to you. No one else should be choosing what you do in your life, because after all, it's your life. Was, how do you become so happy? You're the most happiest person I know. Seriously, I'm not sure if I want to study anymore because they want to travel. They find university really stressful. They don't want to upset their parents. They're unhappy. All they can think about is traveling. They started one degree and decided to switch to another degree. And I know that this is really common for a lot of people, so I'm going to discuss taking off a gap year or taking a year of different papers so you can find out what you love. First things first, I wanted to discuss how to be happy. I have talked about that in a previous video, so in the description below this video I will paste a link to that, so make sure you go and check that out, as well as my how to find motivational videos, because I've explained how they can help you stay motivated as well. Now I'm just going to give you a background of my life, what I studied at uni, and how I felt doing uni before I actually throw in my 2 cents. I know a lot of you don't actually know my background. The deal with me is, ever since I was young, I've always pushed myself through everything. I played violin and piano, I did my top grades in them, and then I got scholarships from that. I went to high school thinking if I work hard in intermediate, they'll put me in the top. So I worked really hard and I got into the top class thinking, oh, once I'm in the top class it'll be easy, I won't have to work hard. But of course you get more and more work put onto you, they expect more from you. I didn't like that at all. All I wanted to do was play violin and piano all day, every day. I would ditch English class to practice violin for my exams because I loved it. From high school I thought, okay, right, I'll go and do violin. I applied for a scholarship at the University of Waikato, which is the uni I went to. I was accepted to do violin at uni. However, I didn't see the point in doing violin at uni because I thought, oh, well, you can't make money from that. So I thought I'd take a safe option, and my safe option was accounting. I had never done accounting in my life. My high school didn't even have accounting in it. But I thought, well, if I study this, I'll be able to get a good job and I'll make a lot of money and I'll be happy. I applied to uni for business management, majoring in accounting. I failed the first test, which freaked me out. I worked so hard to make sure I passed that paper, and I did end up passing it, but it wasn't fun at all. I'd wake up at 4 in the morning every day. I'd practice violin and piano for an hour and a half. I'd go to the gym every single morning. I'd be ready for class by 8 a.m. each day because I'm a morning person, so I picked morning tutorials. After the first few weeks at uni, I flew home to the South Island in New Zealand, and before it was time to fly back to uni, I said to my dad in the airport, Dad, please don't send me back to uni. I really don't like it. And I remember I had tears in my eyes and I didn't want to fly back, and he gave me a hug and he said, oh look, you know, you can quit uni and then you can work in XXX. Obviously that scared me, jumped on the plane, I went back to uni and I never looked back. I feel like I'm rambling a lot, but anyway, I could have stopped uni after the first year. I could have not even gone to uni, but the fear for me was at the end of high school, I was so used to this typical lifestyle that society kind of pushes on you. You go to high school, you go to uni, you get a stable job, and that's your life, and then you work 9 to 5 or 9 to even later for the rest of your life. I thought, right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a lot of money. I'll be an accountant. I have this nice house, nice family, a Range Rover, all the stereotypical things you could want, and I'll be happy. I was basing my life on this money, thinking that that would make me happy. But in reality, every day of uni was a struggle. I had to work so hard to achieve in accounting because I wasn't interested in it. After my first year, I realized accounting definitely wasn't for me, and I still had 3 years left. At the end of the year, I'm like, well, I'm already in debt. If I quit uni now, that's a whole year of my life wasted, and that's all that money gone. A lot of people ask me if I regret going to university, and I absolutely do not. In those 4 years, I learned so much about myself. I learned that If I can work so hard for 4 years on something I don't have any interest in at all, then imagine how hard I can work for things that I actually love. Also, the people I met through uni, I met people that I never would have met if I didn't go to uni. It was amazing. Some of the friends I met, some of the people that are now like business partners with me, I met through uni. And to be honest, if I didn't go to uni, I don't know what I'd be doing now. The questions I have to ask you or anyone that's thinking of going to university is, why are you going to uni? Are you going to uni because your parents want you to? Are you going to uni because that's what you think society expects of you? Are you going to uni because, say you want to be a doctor and you know you need to go to uni and that's your only choice and you're passionate about that and that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But if you're planning on going to uni to study something you don't want to do because that's what you think you should be doing because everyone's put this pressure on you to do and you don't know what else you're going to do, then I would seriously suggest that you have a sit down, you write on a piece of paper what makes you happy, what you're interested in, why you want to go to uni. There is no harm in taking a year off to either go and work, go and travel, or maybe even just take some random papers and figure out what you actually want to do. But if you've got to throw yourself into something and commit to doing it for the next 4 or 5 years of your life, then I suggest taking a few months off to think about what you actually want and why. Although you or your family might think that it's a waste of time for you to take that year off, it could save you so much time in the future as well as money. It's something that you should talk to your parents about. If it's your parents you feel that are putting pressure on you to go to university, maybe they're the only ones that you can talk to that will be able to help you. And hopefully your parents care more about your happiness, although a lot of parents are out of date now. I know a lot of parents think that the only way to make it is to go to high school, go to uni, get a 9-to-5 job and work for the rest of your life, and you have a family and you stick in that job for 20 years. It's not like that anymore. Not many people stay in a job for the rest of their lives. Nowadays, people are switching companies, they're switching roles, they're trying new things, they're starting up their own companies and they're like 16. It's really important to think about yourself in this situation. If you're unsure about going to uni, you feel as if you've got external pressures like your parents, the only one that can make up the decision for you is you. But I do think it's really important to speak to your parents, and I hope that they would care more about your happiness than you going to uni for 4 years of your life, dreading it, being depressed, unhappy, whatever, and then going into a job that you don't even want. One thing I forgot to mention about me is I did get an internship at a company that a lot of people would have loved to have. It was an amazing opportunity. I didn't fit the company and I didn't feel that we would mutually benefit each other, and that's just how it was. If you're already in uni and you're wondering if you should either switch degrees or quit uni, I'm not going to tell you what to do there, but I have to say I have had friends that have started in law, they've switched to accounting, or they've started in sports, they've switched to law. I know that they were happier once they did switch. They chose to do whatever they loved, even if they did have to argue with their parents over that. I think it is important to do what you love. But in saying that, if you're doing a degree that you're not enjoying, but you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you know you could handle the industry once you get out of it, then stick at it. There is really a light at the end of the tunnel. I did accounting. I didn't enjoy the actual degree and things, but I learned so much doing that degree and I wouldn't change anything. I think that you just need to have a think to yourself. I don't know, go for a walk, write down what makes you happy, write down what you expect to get after the degree, and if your only goal in that degree is money, then I wouldn't expect you to last in the industry. So with accounting, my only goal was money. I thought if I did accounting, I would make a lot of money and that would make me happy, but in reality, it's not like that. And if your other goal is that you think if you do a certain degree, you're going to have a stable job for the rest of your life, that's also not a good idea, because these days, as soon as the economy's crashing, we're just another person on a company's payroll, really. They can cut you off like that. So if your goal is to stay with an accounting firm for 10 years, who's to say they're not going to go bust or something's going to go wrong? They're just going to cut you off like that. And then you've literally spent 10 years of your life working for a company that you didn't enjoy, thinking that it was stable, whereas you could start your own company, you could do something you loved, maybe the money's not the highest paying, or maybe it is, but at the end of the day that money doesn't matter because you're doing something you love, and I'm truly about that. Sounds cheesy and I don't care, and there's probably going to be a lot of hate on this video, but that's how it is. I really think that money is the wrong reason. I think that parents pressuring you is also the wrong reason, and I don't think that you should be doing something in your life that makes you want to cry. Personally, this video makes me want to cry because it hurts me knowing that there's a lot of you out there that will be suffering from a lot of pressure in university, and I know it can be hard and it's not always going to be happy. Just remember that social media only portrays a highlighted reel of people, and not everyone's happy all the time. I had my fair shares of crying during uni. I think that you need to focus on doing whatever makes you happy, but it always helps to talk to someone you trust. So if you can talk to your parents, do it. If you can talk to a university lecturer, I was lucky enough to have a couple that I really liked and they gave me amazing support throughout uni. Then do it. I mean, what have you got to lose? It is your life, remember that, and smile, because life is way too short to spend it hating it. Anyway, that's me for now. I hope it wasn't too much of a ramble. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, because I understand commenting isn't really the best way to communicate with me. I always do reply. But yeah, anyway, peace out. Bye. It's gym time.